They have made for themselves a golden calf and have worshipped it. Exodus chapter 32, verse 8, the golden calf. In brief, passage Exodus chapter 32, theme, idolatry. Setting, 14th to 13th century BC, 6 weeks after Moses receives the Ten Commandments near Mount Sinai. Key figures, Israelites, descendants of the patriarch Jacob. Aaron, Moses' brother and the first high priest of the Israelites. He is left in charge while Moses goes to talk to God atop Mount Sinai. Moses, leader of the Israelites and their communicator with God. It is remarkable that the Israelites' fall into idolatry ever took place at all. Moses had only just received God's 10 Commandments, in which it was made clear that the Israelites were to worship only one God and that idolatry was forbidden. Speaking through Moses, God warned dire consequences should the Israelites break these laws. Yet, just 40 days after Moses had left his people to continue meeting with God on Mount Sinai, the Israelites fall into sin by deciding to worship a golden calf, an idol that Aaron, the high priest, and Moses' brother had forged for them out of the jewelry and other gold trinkets they had brought with them from Egypt. Israelite intentions. The reasons why the Israelites are quick to forget or deliberately break the commandments are not made clear. All that is said is that they believed Moses' failure to return to them meant that he had died. 3 traditional explanations for the Israelites' actions are offered in the works of the medieval Jewish commentators Rashi, Maimonides, and Abraham ibn Ezra. Rashi argues that the golden calf was intended as an alternative god. Without Moses, the Israelites had lost their link with God and wanted a physical deity to worship. Maimonides, however, suggests the calf was supposed to replace Moses as the Israelites' conduit to God, whereas Ibn Ezra contends that the golden calf acted as nothing more than a pedestal on which God was invisibly present. Whatever the reasoning behind them, the Israelites' idolatrous actions angered Moses. He persuades God not to punish them as severely as he had first intended and climbs down Mount Sinai to confront them. To illustrate their betrayal their actions have constituted, Moses smashes the tablets bearing the commandments and destroys the golden calf. The role of the Levites. Descended from Levi, the son of Jacob and Leah, the Levites include Moses, Aaron, and their sister Miriam. Following the incident with the golden calf, the entire tribe is set apart by God because their actions showed their loyalty to the covenant. The Levites' special role is confirmed in Numbers chapter 1, when God tells Moses not to number them among the other tribes. All of the priests in the Old Testament are descendants of Aaron and are sometimes called the Aaronite priests. Some of the most important include Ezra, Eli, and Zechariah, the father of John the Baptist. Those Levites who are not priests are assigned specific duties to do with the tabernacle. They also interpret the law. The prophet returns. Moses is determined to punish the Israelites himself for their transgression. The tribe of the Levites responds to his rallying call for those faithful to the Lord, and he orders them to go back and forth through the camp slaughtering the idolaters. Some 3,000 perish at their hands. This, however, is not their only punishment. God also strikes them a plague because of what they did with the calf Aaron had made. Exodus chapter 32, verse 35. In a recurring theme in the Old Testament, disobedience brings disaster for the Israelites. It might be thought that the Israelites would learn from their mistake, but this is not the case. Baal, Ashtoreth, and Molech are the 3 of the false gods they later choose to worship.